Is selling on video a very uncomfortable situation for you? Well, if so, don't worry. Today's video, I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do if you're a coach, a consultant, an entrepreneur, how you can make sales actually fun. So stay tuned. I'm going to get into it. I was on a training call today, and this was a big piece that came up, was that the person was saying that, look, the content's okay, but I get super awkward, or I just don't even make the sale. I don't make the offer because I'm just very uncomfortable. And this is so common that people are either nervous, so they don't really want to put themselves on video at all, or you are putting yourself on video, you're comfortable with the content, but when it comes to the sale, when it comes to the call to action, you just get very awkward. Maybe your energy changes completely. You become a different person. And if that is you, it's totally normal. And I was actually in that situation as well. That's how I came up with this, was that I noticed when I was doing 3-day live in-person trainings, when I made the invitation, when I made the offer for the upsell, I would just get very different. I'd be sitting there and I'd be looking at people and I'd be thinking, oh my gosh, they hate me. They're thinking, I can't stand this. I would get uncomfortable and awkward, and I would just rush the sale. And then as soon as it's over, I'd be like, all right, playtime, back, let's have fun. And I noticed there was this big shift. And so what happened was I was working actually with a numerologist, not a sales trainer at all, but he asked me about that. He goes, does your energy change when you make your sale? And I'm like, yeah, it's completely different. And so he started sharing with me a couple things, and I'll bring this up with you too. The first thing is that we are all in sales, okay? If you're a coach, you're a consultant, you're an entrepreneur, you are in sales. Sales often has a dirty connotation to it. It's like, oh, pressure, selling people what they don't need. But that may be true. There could be cases of that, snake oil, scammers, all this stuff. But also, every transformation, every product or service that has changed or helped somebody improve their life has resulted from a sale. So the first thing we have to look at is, okay, how can we move around that? That's the first thing, is that if your product or service actually helps your clients, if it adds value to their life, then I'll go further with this, because a lot of my clients, they're very heart-centered, empathetic individuals, but they're very uncomfortable about selling. And this is a piece that we got to look at, because if your product or service actually gets results, if it actually adds value, it helps people, it is your moral obligation to put that offer out there, okay? It is your obligation, because here's the thing. If you are not selling your service, if you're not putting your offer out there, there are two situations that are going to happen. One, your ideal client is going to continue struggling because they don't know you exist. They don't know your solutions out there. That's the first thing, is that they're going to continue struggling. They're going to be sitting there going through all these hardships, hoping that somebody was out there, hoping a solution was there. That's situation one. Situation two is that they're going to go to somebody else that may not be able to service them or help them as much as you can. So either way, it's a disservice to your ideal clients. If you are heart-centered and you actually care about your clients and you want them to improve their life, then it is your obligation to make the sale. Now, the third piece that I want to get into here, it's the framing of the sale. If you look at it as selling, a lot of times people can have money blocks around that, or it just feels uncomfortable. But this is where my numerologist came in. He was sharing with me that it's not a sale. It's simply an invitation to continue the journey. So for example, I'm running a 3-day training or an online course, and I say, hey, have you enjoyed the journey so far? They go, yes. Have you got results so far? Yes. This is the next step. This is the invitation to continue the journey. Now, there's a couple things. Invitation to continue the journey just makes it so much cleaner. It's so much easier. All you're doing is you're offering an opportunity for somebody that is satisfied, they're happy with what they've got, to continue working with you. So that's the sale. And you might be thinking, well, how do I sell before I even get to the course? It's, again, you're doing a value video, so you're adding value, you're helping people, and then you say, hey, this is the invitation to book a call, to click the link below to continue the journey, to buy, to get started, whatever it is. There's always a next step, and it's, if you frame it as an invitation to continue the journey, an invitation to get your results, it just becomes a lot easier for many people to wrap their head around selling, because selling is actually, it's an act of love, and that's something that people often don't look at. It's an act of love, because if you truly care about your ideal client, again, it is your moral obligation. Now, for some people, that could be like pressure, like, oh my gosh, that's heavy, I don't know if I want that, but it is. If you are truly committed to helping your ideal clients improve their lives, it's your obligation. You owe it to your ideal clients to share that offer, to make that invitation to continue. And while that might be some pressure, it can also be accountability for you to have that frame inside where you're like, I am here to help people, and me putting my offer out there is actually helping them. You know, that's the thing. As entrepreneurs, as coaches, there are so many potential clients for us, but there's only one of you. So there's only one of you, and that's why it's an act of love. I mean, they're going their journey. It's about standing in your power. And when you sell, that's how you show up. I mentioned money blocks, but this often comes up, and that is around how you buy is how you sell. Okay, so again, a lot of times that's our own inner work. That I remember a time when, $197, that was pushing my comfort zone. Like, it's a $197 product. I don't know if I can invest in that. I don't know if I can buy. I don't know if I can afford to lose that money. What if I don't get results? What if it doesn't work for me? I had all these fears, and in order to overcome that, I had to actually buy programs to get comfortable buying at $197 or $1,000 to $2,000 and then moving up. But a lot of times it's something to look at for yourself is if you're having obstacles that are coming up around selling, it's, well, how do you buy? Where's your mentality around that? Because again, this is a way for you to get more comfortable, to also understand where your clients are and what emotions are coming up, what feelings are. So again, the fifth piece and the most important is to also look at ourselves. How do we do this? Again, because it's a big world, and my personal frame when I'm selling is I'm making an offer and I'm here, heart open, saying, look, this is what I can do for you. This is who I help. There's this conveyor belt of clients constantly circling through. Okay, they're just constantly going around. And the reality is, I can't pressure someone to be ready. Sometimes they're just not ready. So that conveyor belt's going, and all I can do as a coach is to stand here, heart open, and I'm like, hey, when the time's right for you, and if I'm the right fit for you, it's like, come on in. So again, that's a way to detach from the expectations. It's not about if they buy now. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything for them, for your ideal client. It has to be the right fit and the right time. And you don't control any of that. So last thing I want to share with you is release all of that control. When you speak from an open heart and just trust that this conveyor belt of clients are coming through. When you put yourself out there, of course. If you're not putting yourself out there, they can't find you. But you're putting yourself out there, heart open, conveyor belt's going. When it's the right time, they're coming in. Okay, so with that, do sell. Put yourself out there. And it'd be ironic if I didn't make an invitation right now, because if you want to really take your confidence on camera to the next level and you want to do it fast, reality is video is here to stay. Video is the most effective way for you to get your message out there, to grow your business, to attract your ideal clients. And the other reality is most people that try to do this on their own, it's not going to work out. Okay, it's not going to work out. And if it does, it's going to take a long time. There's a big learning curve, accountability, fears. How do we move past that? I have a course designed specifically to help you. So if you want, go to confidentonvideo.com. Link is below, and I'd be happy to give you the fast path so that you get yourself out there, so you get those sales, so you help transform more lives. All right, with that, take action. Look forward to see you soon.